What is reverse psychology? Reverse psychology is a fascinating method of influencing people by encouraging them to do the opposite of what you actually want them to do. It relies on human nature's tendency to resist control. When someone feels that their freedom to choose is being limited, they often do the opposite of what they are told to prove their independence. Reverse psychology uses this reaction to guide behavior in subtle, indirect ways. It can be seen in parenting, relationships, education, marketing, and even politics, often working so naturally that people do not realize they are being influenced. To understand reverse psychology, simply imagine a parent who wants their child to eat vegetables. Instead of saying, "You must eat your vegetables," the parent might say, "You probably will not eat those vegetables because you never like healthy food." The child, feeling challenged, might eat the vegetables just to prove the parent wrong. This method tricks the natural desire for independence into producing the desired result. It is not magic, it is simply an understanding of how people react when they feel pressured. The effectiveness of reverse psychology comes from a psychological reaction known as reactance. Reactance happens when someone feels that their freedom to make choices is threatened. For instance, if you tell a person, "Do not do that," their mind immediately becomes curious or rebellious. Reverse psychology works by subtly inviting that rebellion but steering it in a beneficial direction. It takes advantage of this psychological instinct to restore freedom. Children and teenagers are often influenced through reverse psychology because they tend to resist direct authority. A parent might say, "You probably cannot clean your room by yourself," which motivates the child to prove otherwise. Teachers sometimes use it to push students who are lazy or unmotivated, saying something like, "This math problem is very difficult, maybe no one can solve it." Students then try harder to show that they can. However, using this approach too often can cause distrust, as people begin to realize they are being manipulated. Reverse psychology also plays a big role in relationships. For example, if one partner wants the other to spend more time together but knows that asking directly leads to arguments, they might say, "You are too busy for me anyway." The other person might then make an effort to spend more time together to prove the statement wrong. Though this may work temporarily, it is not a healthy way to communicate. In the long run, honesty and open dialogue are much better for trust and understanding. Marketers and advertisers use reverse psychology in many clever ways. They often make products appear rare or exclusive to make people want them more. Phrases like "limited stock," "exclusive offer," or "only for selected customers" create a sense of scarcity, triggering a desire to act before it is too late. Some advertisements go further by saying, "This product is not for everyone," which makes people want to prove that they are among the few who deserve it. This plays on pride and the desire for uniqueness, leading customers to buy products they might not have considered otherwise. In social or political life, reverse psychology can be used strategically to change opinions. A politician might say, "People will not understand this policy because it is too advanced," which makes the public curious and defensive, motivating them to support it. Negotiators sometimes act uninterested in a deal to make the other side more eager. While these tactics can be effective, they can also be unethical if they are used to manipulate rather than persuade honestly. Interestingly, people also use reverse psychology on themselves. For instance, when someone feels lazy about studying or working, they might think, "I probably cannot finish this task today." This self-challenge can trigger motivation and determination to prove themselves wrong. It is a clever mental trick that uses our own pride and competitiveness to overcome procrastination. However, if overused, it may also create self-doubt or frustration when the challenge is too hard to meet. Reverse psychology works best with people who are strong-minded, independent, or naturally resistant to authority. They are more likely to rebel when told what to do, which makes them easier to influence through this method. On the other hand, people who are gentle, compliant, or anxious may not respond the same way. They might take the words literally and do the opposite of what was intended. For example, telling a shy person, "You probably should not talk much today," might make them stay quiet rather than speak up. Therefore, understanding personality types is crucial before using reverse psychology effectively. Despite its cleverness, reverse psychology should be used with care. If used too frequently, it can damage trust. People do not like feeling tricked or manipulated, even if the intention was good. Parents who rely on it too often might raise children who doubt what they are told. In relationships or workplaces, constant manipulation can create resentment. Ethical communication should always come before psychological tactics. Reverse psychology, when used positively, can be an effective motivational tool. For example, a coach might tell a team, "You probably cannot beat that strong opponent," inspiring the players to try harder. A parent might use it gently to teach independence. But when it is used to deceive or control others, it becomes unethical. The difference lies in intention. Motivating someone to achieve something good is different from manipulating them for selfish benefit. This technique also teaches an important lesson about human behavior. It shows how much people value autonomy and self-control. When freedom feels restricted, even slightly, humans instinctively push back to regain it. Understanding this helps improve communication in every area of life. Teachers, managers, parents, and leaders who respect people's independence and guide them with empathy can achieve better results than those who rely on control or manipulation. In daily life, we encounter reverse psychology more often than we think. Advertisements telling us, "Do not click this link," friends challenging us with, "You cannot do that," or even our own inner voice daring us to prove ourselves wrong, these are all forms of reverse psychology. Recognizing these patterns helps us understand how influence works and protects us from being easily swayed. It also helps us use persuasion more ethically and effectively in our own lives. In conclusion, reverse psychology is both simple and powerful. It works because it respects, and at the same time, cleverly manipulates human independence. Used wisely, it can motivate and encourage growth. Used carelessly, it can harm trust and relationships. The true art lies in knowing when to use it and when to rely on honest conversation. Awareness of this technique allows us to be better communicators and more mindful of how we influence others and how others influence us. If you enjoyed this explanation and learned something new about reverse psychology, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more meaningful content about psychology, human behavior, and social life. Remember, the best way to influence others is not by tricking them, but by understanding them.